Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. How many of you are feeling the fever? So many things are happening. Are you all watching the World Cup? No? Rishu, how was the interview?
Sir, interview was okay. It was all right. Some questions I was not able to answer because that was factual one. And then I realized at that time when I came out of the room, I felt my mind got stuck that I have done this much. I was not able to give answers. So that whole day my mood was upset. I thought I have done everything wrong. But gradually then I realized that the question I was able to answer, I was able to convince them. Two of them seems to be very satisfied with my answers, two members. And other was also listening, and the chairman seems to be a little confused. She was asking me something, then she herself forget that what she asked.
Mhm.
2 3 times she was asking, and then she was not even listening and asking some other thing. I think she herself was very confused.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Is she the one handling NTA also? Who knows? For state service examinations, that's a very interesting
Yes,
scenario.
sir.
But we'll talk more on this. Tell
Yes,
me.
sir. Yes, sir. I'll talk to you later about it.
See, eventually, it's not just about telling the factual answers. It's about how you convey those messages. That is important. We may term it as interviews, but the ideal term for it is personality test, testing your personality. Okay, so that is important. Did they bother you with Hindi versus English thing,
Sir, everything went on Hindi only.
despite you mentioning that English is your language?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then I was comfortable enough because that moment I felt whatever I know, I'll say it to them in Hindi.
Mm-hmm.
And I also felt that the Hindi that I was earlier saying, in the interview, I was good with the language also. I was good with the language. The flow was good.
Okay. When will the result be out?
In the last July, maybe.
Okay. Let's hope that you do well. All right. Now, anyone else? Any kind of concern? All good with everyone? Divya?
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I have this doubt. Do we have to remember all the provisions that are passed in the last year, like Bharatiya Nagarika Suraksha Samhita, Mines Act, then Chief Election Commissioners Act. So there are so many provisions in that. So do we have to remember all those provisions in those bills?
I don't think so. In fact, last year's paper, I think we have done that one question in the past, could have been solved with rationality and logic. So don't stress about the minute details at this stage. Also, very, very important thing to know. And I think I should say this today. Many of the folks who may not listen to today's session, they will miss out on this. And they may eventually lose out on clearing the prelims also. It's a minute thing, but very important thing to note. There's a high likelihood, there's a high likelihood that you will not be able to sleep the night before the examination. That can happen. And that is very normal. It is very normal to experience anxiety. It is very normal to have difficulty sleeping, especially before a very important day in your life. And take it from me, you will not be alone. Many candidates will face sleepless nights. No matter how well prepared you are, that can happen. Now, it depends upon how you react. That is important. In fact, many of the misfitters who cleared UPSC in April, they also faced similar problem. You may say, good to hear, but any proof? Let me show you one proof. Let me show you my WhatsApp chat. She got around 280-ish rank in the examination. I don't know the exact number. Right, around 280-ish. She mentioned it also. 289. So I didn't get sleep. And this happened before prelims and mains, and also before the interview. So you will not be alone. Okay. So please do not worry if you end up facing sleepless night before the examination. Sleep is not in your hand. But resting is surely in your hand. Very important thing to note. Even if you cannot sleep, close your eyes, lay on the bed. Closing your eyes for 8 hours or 7 hours or whatever that number is, it will help your body relax. Please make sure that you will avoid stimulating your brain at the time when you're supposed to rest. You will not use Instagram, you will not use Twitter, you will not pick up your phone, you will not pick up laptop to revise last few things. You will just lie down on your bed and relax. It's okay if you sleep. If you cannot sleep, rest. There is absolutely no need to do that last minute cramming. It will only increase your anxieties. Trust in the conjecture driven preparation that we have done. You have to eliminate options at every stage, and you are very well prepared for it. Minute facts are facts. If you cannot sleep, make sure that you are practicing deep breathing. It will calm your mind. In fact, studies have shown this scientifically. This short-term sleep deprivation, it will have minimal impact on your cognitive performance. The knowledge and the skills that you have acquired and built up over months of preparation, that knowledge is not affected by just one night of poor sleep. So please do not stress about it. The way Prabha ensured that she got a great rank in UPSC despite not sleeping well in prelims, mains, interviews, you all will also get good ranks. But please make sure that you're following through on your routine. You're eating light that day, possibly avoiding a breakfast. But if you're in the habit of having breakfast, make sure that you're not having too much of carbs or sugar. And whenever you are solving your eventual UPSC paper, you may feel the stress. In that scenario, what should you do? There can be high likelihood that you may not know the questions. You may start thinking, what will happen to me if I fail the examination? Don't worry about all that nonsense. Just think that I'm there with you the whole time, telling you to be calm and composed, telling you to be in your Dravid zone, telling you that please do not make any careless mistake, telling you until the last minute, until the last moment, until that last elimination of the options, fight is not over. So resting before the examination, it's entirely in your hand. Sleep may not be, but resting is. For that rest, you just have to close your eyes, cut off yourself from the rest of the world. Do not talk to anyone. Do not go and tell your parents I cannot sleep. Not needed. Lay on the bed, do deep breathing. Do that for 8 hours. You will rest. No need to pick up laptop, no need to pick up mobile phone, nothing. In fact, on the day of examination, you will have that adrenaline rush. It will keep you alert. It will compensate for your lack of sleep. There will be excitement and pressure, and that pressure is fine to some extent. It will enhance your performance. You all know Usain Bolt, right? Gold medal every time. He has told this in multiple interviews. He often struggles to sleep well before his big day in the Olympics. But again, he ensures that he is resting. And that makes him achieve record breaking performances. So, rest. Sleeping is one way to rest, there are other ways to rest. And the way we have prepared every day, I'm fairly certain that you all will have enormous mental clarity and focus for the most important day. And this is a natural response, this feeling of anxiety. And in many cases, it may work in your advantage. If you can sleep well, that's great. Congratulations. But if for some reason you are sleep deprived, do not worry. But make sure that you rest well. That is entirely in your hand. What are your plans after your paper one is done? What will you do for the next few hours? Because whatever you do in those next few hours, that is also very important. What is that? What will you do? Sunindra?
Sir, my center is a little bit far away, so I decided to stay for nearby. So there it's without touching any mobile phone and have some light diet and go back, take some power naps.
Yeah. And if you cannot feel, if you do not feel that sleep, just rest. Don't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Don't check the answers. Don't look at the questions. And have some clarity that these are 4 or 5 things I will do in the examination hall. I'm going to target 50 questions or 40 questions. I may solve 2 maths questions first, 1 English question, 2 English, 1 math. So on and so forth. Hamshini?
I have a question. Last time before my CSAT, somebody told me like just reading the newspaper, like the editorial or something, and then going into the exam hall will put you into the zone, of like reading comprehensions, and it will not take time. But I kind of did that, but I don't know if it helped or not. So I wasn't sure if that would be a good thing to do this time.
How will this help you? Are you reading things for the first time in life?
No.
I don't know, man. Just go in there with a calm mind and do not overdo things. What happens is if you overdo certain things, you will stop appreciating what's there in front of you. You unnecessarily will complicate simplest of things. So you've done all the practice already. Last minute of RC's newspaper reading will not help you much. I don't think it will help you anyway. But what will happen if you do not do this, and then in the back of your mind, you will start thinking, yeah, I wish I had done that. Perhaps I would have scored well. So please don't fret about such minute details. Shanani?
Good afternoon, sir. Even my center is a little far, so I'm not planning to come back to my home. So I just thought immediately after my first paper, I'll have some food because I'd be hungry. I'm not planning to have any breakfast. Probably I'll have some juice. And then I'll just revise through the formulas for some time.
But
And
make
then,
sure all of you are hydrated. Lemon water or whatever. Okay. Go on, Janani.
so yeah, I'll just revise through the formulas and have minimum work for my
But do you want to
brain and
revise
give
those
it
formulas?
some
Are
rest.
those needed?
I feel like yes, sir, because last minute revisions always help me.
Help you? Okay.
So yeah, I'm used to it. So I feel that that'll help me. So yeah, I'll do it. Then I'll have a small nap for 20-25 minutes. That's it.
So whatever your strategies, just follow through on it. The day should be mechanical. You should not wake up in the morning and ask and think, even for a second, that what should I wear? One day in advance, you should have everything ready. You should not be using any brain for such trivial things. It should be mechanical. Pre-book your Ubers if that is needed. Everything should be mechanical. The only usage of brain should be in the examination hall. And even if some fiasco happens, who knows, can happen. I will tell you again, fight is not over. Think of Yuvraj Singh, think of Usain Bolt. They don't give up so easily. At the end of the day, it's a qualifying paper to qualify. Once you're done with that, then mains become important. Nishan?
My center is also a bit far from where I live in Mumbai, so I'm planning to take my car along with me, and mostly I'll have one of my parents accompanying me. So I'm planning to either sleep for some time in the car and then listen to music and just go through the formulas and everything.
And by the way, many of your parents will come. That can happen. They may be very stressed about the examination also. After paper one is done, being parents, they will ask you, how did it go? Tell them it went very, very well. Don't overcomplicate things. Tell them it went so well. I think I'll clear it. Do detailed discussions only after paper two is done. Okay, so after paper one, tell them It went very well. I think I'll clear it. Psychologically, it plays tricks. And at the end of the day, war is not over until the paper 2 is done. There are so many who will not qualify paper 2. And they will not do so, not because they're not prepared well. They will fail in the examination because they have ruined those 2-3 hours systematically. Checking paper, talking to people, worrying about what went wrong. And with that mindset, they will write paper 2. Himanshu, go on.
Like 3 hours, it's sorted. Centers near my home, so I'll come and sleep. I was asking about two things. First is last time someone who actually cleared exam with 300 issue thank, he suggested that take chocolate with you in the exam, even if like small dairy milk or even Bonville, dark chocolate is better. So he said like something will happen. Out of 10-15 questions will be like totally on paper. Last time was similar to that. So he suggested that and it helped. So which I'm thinking of that.
Scientifically, there is a reason for it also. The reason is that it may help during examination because it will give you some bit of sugar rush. And it may work for a few hours. But taking it well ahead of the schedule, because with the rush, what happens is that it's not always at the peak. It also comes down. Okay, so don't overdo all these things. And we all know how chocolates in India, how pure those chocolates are. The chocolate industry, if you analyze it, cocoa prices have skyrocketed. But it hasn't happened the same way with the chocolates that you're getting. So in a way, you're having sugar. It will be sugar rush for some time. It may work. But don't over rely on these things. But no harm in taking it along with you. Your follow-up question, Himanshu?
What to do before the exam, because you go there at about 8, and there'll be people who like won't leave the paper till they have to go inside. So like seeing that is a lot more anxious.
Just see them and feel happy about yourself. Tell yourself these are the people who will fail. And honestly, such people will fail. When they had the time, they were watching the World Cup, Cricket World Cup. You should thank your stars. Government is ensuring that all the MisFitters, they clear the examination. From Cricket World Cup to elections to NEET scam, so many things are distracting others. For you, it should not be a distraction. Also, on the day of the examination, write it down somewhere. When you're traveling, when you're talking to your parents, tell them at least once, I think I'll clear this time. I think I have a good shot at clearing it this time. I say this. And once in a while in the examination hall, smile. Just look at others when you're stressed, just smile. Smiling itself. I know others may think, what is this nonsense? All of these psychological hacks, they work, especially for an examination where everyone is so stressed and anxious. And the way others behave, it will obviously make you smile. Anyone else? Any other question? The last few days, more about the attitude. We have worked so hard already. Lalit?
So I don't know if it's the right question or right time to ask, but then I just want to run it by you. I have been attempting mocks and I have been attempting the paper and I have given the prelims already thrice. So I tend to play safe and attempt a limited number of questions that to increase my accuracy. And so far it has never worked out.